lineup that is... I mean, they're 3 strength cores, plus a Chen
Yeah.
behind it, and a Clockwork, who is, of course, universal, but still very tanky.
Yeah, I mean, Chin and Phoenix in and of themselves gives you so much healing. So bursting is not going to be an issue. I mean, it's going to be an issue for fantasy, but Herrick doesn't have to think about that.
And there, hey, he went for the Hellbear, actually. Summon Convert for the Chen. Went for the Hellbear instead of the Mana Burn creep.
Interesting. Someone who, well, Helbert helps you push way faster. It's
That is true. And, you know, of course, if it kills, dies, you get the 120 attack speed for 5 seconds, which is nuts.
Yeah, really helps a lot with, you just let the Hell Smashers tank the tower and let your tiny get that buff. The tower melts. At least at the beginning. So it's a lot of pushing potential, and this is something we were talking about in the last series, that when a team is confident that they're going to win the game, they play like a fast-paced composition, because those are the hardest to execute. And speaking of executing, let's see if they can get the first blood here. Oh, they must know now.
Yeah, KJ Smoke just broke, so, where would they be? Walk up the high ground with the Hellbear. Oh, hello, Tusk.
Yeah, no surprises here.
I also wouldn't really like to have a level 1 fight against a Clockwork with possible Cogs and a Phoenix with Fire Spirits.
Yeah, I agree. Ooh, 3 last hits. Going up.
Schofield, is he going to go for it? They're looking to possibly go for him, but he grabs the bounty. Can he run away? Gets bumped back with the Ice Shard, so a little bit of a mistake there. Might still drop. Yeah, will look likely. Oh, uphill miss.
No.
Weaver, Shikuchian, Schofield. One more hit,
Oof.
and the last one is enough, JP. Weaver gets first blood.
Okay, a little bit of a good start for fantasy. Schofield was just doing. I love how Schofield is the type of a player that just walks in, cocks, steals the Roche, and walks out. Like he does it and makes it look so easy. And well, right now in the mid lane, even though we said the Shaker is going to bully the Ember Spirit, that is not the case at level 1. So, oh, Ember is really going at Earthshaker here.
Airshaker doesn't have aftershock levels yet, so
Yeah.
early game it's pretty weak still. But now he's finally got his tools. He's got the bottle coming in, so he doesn't really care about losing a little bit of HP. Topside, Whisper dropping low to your Whisper. Gonna get taken down. The Bat Rider doing its job perfectly. In comes the cog catch of Schofield trying to go for the Bat Rider. Or at least harass him as much as possible, but not a bad start. With first blood going to the Weaver and the second one going to the Bat.
Yeah, he's doing so much work, this Bat Rider. Like he gave like two ways completely of experience to the Weaver, so that the 11 disadvantages is going to be huge now for Heroic. Whisper might die again. There's a Sakuchi in 1 second.
Yeah, Whisper dropping low. He does have a Bracer, so I think JP would have probably died if he tried to go for that one.
Yeah.
And also the AoE burn from the dying light is really obnoxious to deal with.
Yeah, I agree. That is like a mini Radiance. Well, obviously scales way better. Boom. Okay, where's Chen? Okay, well we still have to wait until level 3, level 4 for Chen, and maybe they just start pushing. If you give Weaver no space, he just can't farm I would say he can't farm as fast as other carries, but Tiny isn't really good at that either. Even if he maxes the tree throw.
It depends really. I've seen there was a time when Tiny safe lane was being played every game pretty much. And it is pretty solid, though I haven't seen it be played in quite some time. So I'm curious to see how well. What's the other facet actually of Tiny?
Let me check really quickly. I'll have
Oh,
an answer.
Tiny gains status and slow resistance from strength is
Distance.
the other one.
Yep.
Okay. Same thing, Tiny still going for crash landing. Interesting.
It's just burst. It's all about the burst damage, which is what Tiny does at the beginning of the game. Oof. I'm really liking this Pathrider pick. He's really doing a lot of work here. The only issue is that this Weaver is just having a hard time farming.
Yeah, the burn of the fire spirits is very hard to deal with.
Oh, bottom.
And they're gonna go in onto Yuma. Tiny dropping low. His innate craggy exterior is not gonna be able to keep him alive, and they find a pretty important kill, though. Even though they are 3-1 ahead in kills net worth wise, it's still a 1k lead for Heroic. And that's mainly to do with obviously their 3 cores are at the top, but their supports KJ and Schofield are both doing really well in terms of net worth. Bottom lane, toss forward, KJ's dropping low, throws his blood grenade onto T, so that the kill can get secured by Yuma, who's going to look to clean up some of these Eidolons.
Well, it's a really bloody early game, which, it's the SA style that we know and love. Oh, mid lane has just not gone well for Analog here.
I mean, you're saying that, but he is top net worth of the game.
Yeah, but I mean that because of the he's been harassed out of the lane, so he hasn't been missing any CS. That's why he's top net worth. But he is like at any time once Wonder King reaches level 6, it could have been an easy kill.
Oh yeah, 100%. The TP as well from KJ towards mid to refill the bottle, make sure that
Yeah.
Analog's lane can continue, and he's looking pretty nice so far. He's just gonna go for the quick power treads as well.
I think this has to do because Analog is just focusing on farming, and Ember is focusing on harassing because he's a lot of last hits behind. And in general, like Heroic is just farming way better. Oh, first kill for Whisper now.
Yep, and the Phoenix level 4. Once level 6s get secured, that's going to be the big go time. There's a rune fight, it seems, 6 minutes into the game. And KJ takes a lot of damage. Wall rotating through as well. Echo Slam onto 2. Snowball save comes in. Nice job there to keep Wonder Kid alive, who's still not level 6, but KJ is going to lose his life. Analog is in trouble. Aisha's not going to hit the mark, though. And it is an illusion rune top for Analog to pick up and refill his bottle.
Yeah. Well, at least they're taking care of their mid laner. Let's see. Still top net worth. Like all the cores of Heroic are top net worth right now. And Chen is just coming from if every time he dies or every time he's in the fountain, he just refills the bottle. Schofield's going to die now. Was trying to, I guess, stack or roam them up a little bit. But this just looks good for Heroic. Tiny is now fighting for the first position in net worth. The only one doing, good for fantasy is the Enigma, which we already said he's a little bit countered in this game. He has a drums of endurance, which is great for farming or for mobility with his Eidolons. He's just going to die now, though.
RZD gonna get caught inside the cogs. Has his level 6, but Black holding right there would be just a waste in that situation. Nonetheless, they do manage to get a kill. It is interesting. Yuma on the Tiny has only 1 point in the tree grab, 3 toss, 1 avalanche, and 1 in grow. So not going for max level tree grab on the Tiny safely. A Whisper topside. He has a 20 magic wand charge. Never mind. He has egg available as well. Though he is still dead. because of the wonderful rotation. Wonder
Yeah.
Kid, not wonderful.
It's only 6 attacks to destroy Dieg at level 1, so it wasn't really worth it to try it. The thing is that Earthshaker is really close to the Blink Dagger. He's only halfway there.
Yeah, that's
So,
not too shabby.
Okay, support fight.
Okay, is Zexa going to be able to get away? Oh, the Cogs plus Ice Shards combo. A little bit problematic. Zexa seems to be able to disengage. On the back end, KJ is in trouble as well. RZT has Black Hole at the ready. Analog's got the Echo, so you got to be very careful how you move. As Analog is still walking about on the back end. Schofield, Clockwork in trouble. So close to killing off the Tusk. He really wants that kill. Yuma drops the JP bottom. Black Hole onto Analog. The Earthshaker is going to be the target. Has Echo Slam. Is going to drop it onto the Weaver. Trying to pump out the damage. Can he get the kill secured? No, he cannot. Analog in trouble. Bump. But it's not going to be anywhere close to enough. And they lose too many heroes. 4 in that fight. And they get nothing out of it on the side of Heroic.
How the tables turned. Like, all the cores now from Fantasy are leading the net worth charts. This just got out of control. They went for a really aggressive play. Like King Jungles tried to solo the Tusker on his outpost, and then it was just a good positioning. A nice TP out of the Weaver to get an really important kill on that Tiny. And I think we're back. We're going at it again.
Oh, RZT going in. Analog, they know he doesn't have an Echo available. Yor gets tossed over by Yuma. They find the kill onto Yor. In comes Wonder Kid. Wants to get the kill onto Analog, but he is just barely surviving on the back. And they do manage to kill off the tower. Sex is nearby. Yuma is right in front of him. Snowball to the side. Whisper has the Phoenix Egg available in case it's needed. Back end JP behind the Roche pit. And the Tusk is just going to get slowly chased down to death.
Yeah, well, it's
Wonder Kid going for Schofield. And we'll get a kill with the Haste Rune as well.
a worthy sacrifice for getting the tier 2, the tier 1, sorry, for Fantasy. So the map is becoming smaller for Heroic here. Already with Falcon Blade and Power Traits, Weavers, leading the net worth chart. What is he going for next? Okay, Maelstrom and then Sangiyasha. So it is, I mean, he's going for a damage build, but also not, going full damage. Like a little bit of tankiness with the Sangiyasha is really important, especially if you have the bursting potential of Shaker and Tiny that we mentioned in the drafting phase. Right now, the poor Clockwork just trying to get level 6. And now giving 2 kills to Wunderkind. Well, Wunderkind.
Yep, not looking too great for him, but it's not the first time that we see a Clockwork get absolutely trampled. While aggressive movements here from the supports of Fantasy, and they're doing a really good job at that so far. However, I do have to say, even with 7 kills ahead, it's only a 1k lead. They're not in the best of spots yet, especially once Analog gets the Blink Dagger. It's a moment where he can make plays. Whisper, though, topside.
No!
Gets
Nice.
bumped down to the low ground and is done for. Wonder Kid, another one. Man's unleashed right now.
Yeah, that bad riot is doing the work. Shaker just 200 gold away from that Blink Dagger. It's going to be an important timing for him. The thing is that Fantasy is, constantly rotating, constantly trying to get kills, and as long as they are getting kills, even though if it's an offlaner or a Clockwork, if they're getting towers, if they're getting kills, those rotations are, paying up. What Heroic might try to do right now, and it is what Tiny is doing, is just playing the most secure way possible, and having those rotations cost them resources, and that's why we are not seeing a huge goal difference. And here we go again.
Oh, Zexa gonna get caught. Snowball in onto Schofield. He tries to run away, but should be taken down in the end, and they will lose their Tusk in the meantime. Quick smoke up as well from Heroic, but they smoked under ward vision, so they know exactly what's coming. JP's already backing off from the position. He's close to his Maelstrom, which is going to be a really important farming tool. They still did lose the Bat in the meantime. Analog on the run. Did use Echo for it. Buyback by the Bat right here. Schofield with the bugs on him. Loses his life. Analog's going to be the next target. Can they keep him alive? KJ's healing. Is it going to be enough? Analog drops low. Sleight of Fist takes him down with JP chasing for blood. In comes the Bat Rider. Has the lasso. Wants to get the drag back. Black hole onto Tiny. Yuma's going to get caught. This is looking like a full-on team wipe in favor of Fantasy. The buyback from the Bat Rider to make sure that they drag him all in position will, of course, be a dieback immediately, but what a worthwhile fight here for Fantasy.
Yeah, he's the MVP right now for his team. Like that dieback made everything happen with lasso into the black hole. And like we said at the beginning, like sometimes this region gives you these types of surprises. And sometimes, we have bloopers like this. Maybe JP can't die here. He's going to give a lot of gold away, and he's going to die.
Yep, 5 kill streak picked up by Yuma.
Yep.
It's not what you want to have happen, especially with how well the previous fight did go. Rs and T spots out Schofield. Schofield spots him out. Schofield dropping low, hook shot in, but still dies to Rs and T on the Enigma. First pick Enigma, by the way.
Yeah.
Completely unharmed this game.
Yeah, and this Enigma is just looking really scary. Vladimir suffering in terms of endurance so early in the game. He's just going to push towers by himself. I mean, he doesn't need the rest of his team to be have a big presence in the map. And the rest is, the thing that Chen should be doing, which is, applying pressure to the enemy team at this early in the game, is what Enigma is doing way better by himself. What we're missing still is that I think they're trying to hit the timing of the Blink Dagger and Echo Saber on Tiny, so they can, start roaming together, because they do want to be playing together. So their team composition just asks for that. Now, looks like Fantasy doesn't really want to give them any time to breathe. They're just pushing towers.
Fantasy is getting aggressive. They have the Mage Slayer on the Ember also done, which is going to be pretty huge to reduce the outgoing damage. Lasso on the side onto Analog. Make sure he can't get the blink off. But in response, they will lose the Bat Rider. Here's also Whisper coming through, and Analog's got the Echo available. Jumps in onto Zexa, blows up the Tusk. And it looks like that might be the end of the fight, but the Enigma's going to get jumped here in the process. Going forward, Phoenix Tech does get dropped. Do they have the attack speed? No, they do not, because of course he hits them with the attack speed slow. And it will be 3 kills, triple for Analog. Blink Dagger coming in big there to get the kills secured. And we have some throat singing coming out from KJ to seal the deal.
This game is just really fun to watch, and they're going against Analog right now. His team trying to see if they can save him. Let's see.
Oh, that damage onto the Bat Rider, my lord. Analog pumps out a lot of damage. They will lose he's looking for a right-click target. Hexa, half HP gone. Fissure thrown out. The heal keeps him alive onto the Earthshaker. In comes JP trying to finish off the Shaker, but he is so gosh darn tanky. Will eventually get taken down. Whisper on the back end, loses life. Wonderkid's going to be able to walk it off. The burn's not enough. And the problem is, right now, they were playing without a core less because Yuma went to farm up. He has the Blink Dagger available on the Tiny, but this is not a target that you can quickly blow up. Is at least try and keep Schofield alive, which is going to be able to be successful, but they did lose the Shaker in the end, plus the Whisper Phoenix.
Yeah, right now, it's still, the net worth difference is just so small, even though we are looking at many team fights in favor of Fantasy. And this is just, being more efficient, which is what, international experience gives you if you're heroic. Yuma already has his Echo Siren Blink Dagger at a decent timing. He hasn't died as much, I think. He's died 4 times. Damn. Even so, he's in a semi-decent timing. He's going for the Kanda as the next item, as you do as a position 1 tiny. Earthshaker
Okay.
really close to that Aghanim Scepter.
So position 1 tiny is just mid tiny. Is
Yeah.
it essentially?
But faster.
Huh.
Yeah, it's like
Sad.
position 2 tiny with more farm, like with more farm priority.
Okay, I quickly checked. It's because he has the crash landing. If you go the other facet as safe lane tiny, the insurmountable, they go for the tree crab rush and then like echo saber into silver edge. You know, right click. I'm a beat you up build. Oh, Yuma on the run. They also do have a Phoenix Egg, so you have to be a little bit careful. Yuma is actually dropping very low on the tiny. Needs help right now. KJ with the mech heal. And they did lose the Tusk on the Dire side. Analog, can he get away? He is so close to his Blink Dagger. He really does not want to lose his life. Toss up by Yuma. Hold your in position. Echo Slam comes out. Kill gets secured. Boom goes the Dynamite. They're all so very low, but no Weaver to finish the job. And it will be 2 kills. The supports are down, and the Shaker's got his Aghanim Scepter ready to be delivered.
Yeah. This is the second time the Weaver has been just away of the rest of his team, and because he wasn't there, there wasn't really any. Well, there is some damage, but not hard carry type of damage to finish the kills. So bursting isn't an option if Weaver is not there, because Ember Spirit. Oh, Ember Spirit now has Maelstrom, so just a little bit of damage, but not enough for bursting. Let's see. They're going to try to go for the Weaver, who is going to need a BKB really fast, and he's really close to it as well. Oh.
Yeah, analog right now on that Shaker. He's got Ags done. So you also, one thing I always forget about Ags is the cleave damage that it does. And the huge amount of cleave area that you actually hit. God, it's so nuts.
Archer has a Invis in the bottle, so maybe they can go for a play here. Dusk not looking for the Blink Dagger as we mentioned. He's going for a Force Staff. Maybe the Blink Dagger is, hoping too much. Even though his team is actually winning fights. He's alone here. He's going to get ganked.
Easy. Shot in. Going in for the Tusk pretty quickly. He needs the Force Staff to get out of those pesky cogs that you just saw. They also are going to go for the Torment. He actually already bought the Shard on the Tusk. That was his first. And he has phase boots. This is a very strange build.
Yep.
Phase boots, Shard, Force Staff.
I mean, he still does his job, but he could have gotten a Blink Dagger. Would have helped him a little bit more. Well, taking care of towers. Maybe Roshan could be an option here. Yeah, Heroic's going for it. But Rider with a Blink Dagger. I think Roshan is going to be the next big fight. So it seems. There's puts of bearing for Enigma. He's really far away though. So Roshan is going to be just sneakily claimed by Heroic.
Well, they're going to clear up that Roshan and get the first ages of the game. Fancy still ahead currently in terms of net worth. But is this a game where you feel confident with Fancy's late game, or is this a problem?
I mean, Batrider is like decent late game if he gets the double lasso. Enigma as well. I mean, I'm more confident with Heroic on late game, but it's not like Fantasy just going to fall off and die. Like they have a fighting chance. Weaver can still, farm on more dangerous places, can split push. So they do have other options, not only like to group up and defend. What I really like is that they're still playing aggressive. Like even though they've been losing some heroes to ganks and stuff like that, they are still playing aggressive. Like staying true to the playstyle they have drafted.
Yeah, they're doing a pretty good job so far. Only losing a KJ here and there on the side of Heroic. But Fantasy, yeah, they're keeping up the pressure. They're also still very scary because, of course, the Weaver BKB is a big thing. He actually went for full Mjolnir. But Analog is close to his own BKBs. Exa spotted out. Analog gonna chase him down. Try and bump him out of existence. Force staff. Keeps himself going for quite some time.
Nice.
But not enough because
No.
Analog just smashes him out.
Well, at least they got the tier 2 tower just for one support, so that's good. And Enigma already has a pipe of insight, so Shaker not looking as scary. Ooh, you missed that
Oh,
again.
Yuma. Black hole, make sure to secure it, but there's the Fissure. Nice heal from Whisper, keeps Yuma alive. They even tosses Whisper for good measure right there on top of Arzen T, takes him down, and that's a big kill. They force out the Black hole as well, no kill being secured. For Fantasy, hook shot in, catch onto the Ember. He has a Fire Remnant down, but the Orchid's a little bit problematic from Schofield, and he cannot jump away.
Orchid is actually great against this Ember Spirit and Weaver. Well, Weaver can always use the BKB, but at least you force it on him. Going for the Singing Yash as the next item. And now Heroic should be in a position to try to get a tier 2, at least. Even out the map a little bit.
Radiant structures are fortified. Dire's middle tower is under pressure.
Being pretty good for Heroic now on their recovery this game. They still have the age for 2 minutes on their Shaker. Whisper, he's going to get spotted out. Lasso drag, can they kill him off in time? Avalanche, he doesn't get his ulti off. And Yuma's going to be the next target here, left behind. The Tiny is going to lose his life. 2 cores down. KJ might be a third. Though Zexa is getting bullied by the Ancient Black Dragon in the meantime. On the side, Analog is going to go for the BKB TP out of there. KJ, and another one bites the dust. And 3 kills being secured makes this really problematic. Because now the net worth advantage is back to Fancy, who, honestly, Yuma on that Tiny has not shown anything this game yet.
Yeah, you're right. He is still up there in terms of net worth, but let's see. Yeah, his KDA is not as bulky as we might like it to be, considering he's getting the first priority on farming. A little bit of space created by Schofield. Yeah. Oh, nice. Weaver.
Jump in onto Tuskaroo. Zexa. Tusk quickly taken care of. Analog takes a lot of damage, but still has that Aegis for 30 more seconds. Loses his life.
Oh, wow.
JP actually does do a lot of damage on the Weaver.
Yeah.
But is now going to get chased down. Has a time lapse available in case it's needed.
Shouldn't be needed right now. If Schofield already with an Orchid, going for the item Scepters as the next item. We're still looking at. I love how Yor wards the map. He wards so aggressive. He wants to, get those. He's giving the vision to play the game as their draft wants them to play, like aggressive and on the enemy side of the map most of the time. Wonderkind also, he's been on a godlike streak, I believe. Now with the Singing Yasha, so he's a little bit more tanky. We're Still missing the
Scanning for enemies.
big team fight coming up from Heroic because they've been mostly capitalizing on shaky initiations from Fantasy.
Are scanning
Maybe
for
finding a quick bad rider here and there. Oh, and here it goes.
Oh, jump in. Echo Slam as well on top. Double kill secured. Argenti on the side. Can they get anything done? Weaver's going to go for the egg, but there's the hook shot. Hold him in place. Make sure the Weaver can't continue. The egg gets taken down. Black hole onto the shaker. Interrupted with the avalanche. Jump up on top. Analog gets interrupted. Lasso drag. JP's going for the kill here. Analog is dead. Yuma wants to go for the Weaver. Weaver has the time lapse. Heals him back up. He's still caught inside the cogs, but will be able to scooch you out thanks to the first hit and stays alive for now. How is the Bat Rider of all heroes still going on? Right click chasing in after Yuma. The Tiny is in a lot of trouble. Has the Ava toss. Actually, only the toss gets a double kill there thanks to the Echo. JP dropping low, very low, but they have no damage with the two supports to finish him off. And Schofield's trying to disengage. Has a hook shot available in case it's needed. JP does need to be a little bit careful. Nah,
Oh, he just misses him.
Oh, yeah,
Oh.
but Orchid is available on the Weaver. That's on the clock.
No.
That's
No.
He gets the kill. Ah, Schofield, baby. Schofield! 1,240 gold to Schofield. Immediately queues up. I'm going the rest of the Ags. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm going shopping, man. Like, beautiful play. That's just one Scofield play for you. He's so good. Weaver was just too confident. He thought he could burst him, but Schofield knows his hero better. And that's it. Huge kill here. He's going for the full X. Shaker going for the Octarine Core, I believe.
Yeah, cooldown reduction. Always nice with the enchant totem. Just keep on going, keep on chasing.
Bat Rider already has everything he needs. Force Staff and Blink Dagger. So position 5, that's pretty good.
Yeah, going Aghanim Scepter next. You know, that's the thing with these two supports as well. They don't build into, like, Force Staff, yes, but they don't build into Glimmer Capes, into Solar Crests, into those kind of items to keep your heroes alive, which, granted, the Weaver hasn't really needed it, but he had to completely... He went SNY, BKB, Mjolnir. Obviously, Mjolnir's a damage item, but... BKB, SNY, because he's not going to get the supportive items from his two supports to keep him alive. He's going to have to rely on pretty much anything that Enigma can throw his way.
Yeah, indeed. Basically just Blamer suffering and pipe. Right now it's BKB for Enigma. They're trying to make something happen here. The next one could be the Phoenix. Well, Phoenix is also really tanky. Like, that Dying Light is just doing work in terms of farming capability. And Roshan, it's still like a minute for Roshan, but they're going to try it anyway. They just checking in. Okay, no one's there. See if we can get a pickup here, but there's smoke against smoke. Who's going to get the jump first? Oh,
They're actually dodging each other completely.
Indeed. Well, as you can see in the minimap, they just went to, wrap around and see if they can surprise them. Oh, they're going to get the Ember. They're going to get the Ember. They're going to get the Ember.
Oh, that's a big kill going in for more JP. They will get the lasso drag in onto the Phoenix Whisper. Interrupt him from popping his Phoenix Egg. He still has it available. Gets tossed up. There's the Phoenix Egg. JP's going to go for the Phoenix Egg kill. Will drop low. Gets the Phoenix Egg taken care of. Fisher's not going to hit the mark. Black Hole gets used, but interrupted by the Orchid, of course, by the god himself. Schofield coming in clutch. And they're looking for more. Argenti does manage to get himself away. But it's still a 2-for-1 trade-off.
Yeah, really nice team fight out of Heroic. They just wanted to come from behind, and Ember Spirit was just bursted from 100 to 0 in like -1 second. Okay, this is just a constellation prize, I guess. for the Bat Rider. And now, yeah, the economic situation of Heroic just went way better after those team fights. We're still missing a little bit of, let's see what Ember Spirit has. Yeah, he's been having the same items for a while now. We were with the Chrysalis, so he's going to be dealing way more damage, going for the Daedalus as the next item. So what we have with Tiny. Tiny has the Candor already. BKB as well, going for Assault Cuirass. And yeah, that's the way you just melt towers. Oh,
Yeah.
Schofield?
Schofield's gonna get caught the catch onto Zexa and spooks the rest back. Has, of course, the Aghanim Scepter on Schofield. He has Shard, Aghanim Scepter, and Orchid on a +4 Clockwork. Not the greatest farming hero ever, but still very solidly farmed. They're going to go for Roche. On the back end, there is no black hole, which is the scary part here. Analog's jumping in, spots out your lasso drag. Analog's dropping very low. Can they heal him up, keep him alive? He will get the Echo Slam. Blam onto your... And now JP is trying to man-fight Analog, but Analog's actually surviving. He's going to get tossed up. Will lose his life in the end. Actually, JP manages to stay alive. Yuma's going to chase. Phoenix gets dropped in the area, and they will control up the Weaver, take him down. On the back end, Arzanti, can he get the TP away? Yes, he can, but it does mean that Roach is very likely going to go in favor of Heroic.
Yeah, the healing is just ridiculous for Heroic. Like, the Weaver was focusing on that Earthshaker, but the Sunray, the Hand of God, the Guardian Reefs, he just couldn't die. And he ends up dying, but he's the only one dying, and they're getting the carry from the enemy team instead with the second life of the time lapse. So these you have to focus the supports first. Well, at least Whisper. I mean, I'm still thinking that Phoenix is a support, but he's a core. He's really hard to kill. They even tried to focus him, but it wasn't. It just wasn't an option. He just lives with like 100 or 200 HP, pops the egg, and Weaver tries to go for the egg as fast as he can, but it's still a lot of time that he's wasting.
It's just not enough damage. Daedalus will definitely help.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was really, like, you saw the Earthshaker HP bar dropping, and then he pops BKB, and then he took nothing.
Yeah. Indeed. And he was healing faster than he was receiving damage because of the Sunray.
And also adding in the Guardian Greaves plus the Solar Crest of the Chen. Then you have the Hand of God. Top side, JP just TP'd in. Schofield going for the TP out. Takes the Gateway. Analog's on the disengage run. He is being hunted by Zexa, but he is very fast on the Shaker. And he is way too fast to catch up to, while Yor in the meantime does get taken down by Schofield on the other end. Yuma's in the meantime pushing bottom lane. Tiny doesn't have a shard yet, so he doesn't do the ultimate damage to the building. But there's a Tormentor that he might be able to steal in a second if they continue in that area.
Yeah, well, he just needs the shard, as you mentioned, and yeah, just get the tower, get the Tormentor, and cross your fingers. If no one else has yeah, the only one who could get it is the Phoenix, and it should go to him if they get the Tormentor. But they have one of their own, so you basically secure it if you take the Tormentor right now and get your own. Okay. Yuma doesn't care, he's just hitting towers.
And you really have to interrupt him from hitting towers, because same with the Shaker, to be fair. Tower hit with the Enchant Totem does destroy very quickly. Then you add in the Chen with all the auras that he has, the Vlads coming in.
Okay, they are going for the Tormentor, seems like. Yeah.
Here.
Who gets
Very
it?
quickly get it.
Yeah, Whisper gets
shard. Not bad. He's going for overwhelming blink on the Phoenix. He already has 3.4k HP.
Well, the more HP you have, the better you heal, right? So.
Yeah, but it's just weird to see. Like, I've never seen a Phoenix with overwhelming blink.
Near have I. But you know, he's Whisper, so I'm not going to to.
Oh yeah, no,
doubt it.
obviously.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just, I was just like, that's weird. I don't know how I feel about that, but
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm going.
it's strange.
Yeah, I'm gonna try it on my rank and fail miserably.
Oh no, I'm not gonna even dare buy that in my rank
Yeah,
games.
nah, near am I.
I'll immediately lose like 6,000 in behavior score.
Indeed. Ooh, that hook shot was like 1 second too late.
So close and yet
JP.
so far away.
Indeed. And JP already has the deals ready.
Oh, lasso onto Yuma. Tiny is not easy to kill. He has the ages available.
This is
So
big.
has a second life to go. How far? Okay, Tusk is 600 gold away from his Ags. We'll get the blink away. Schofield trying to fly, but he's not really making any moves. Will manage to get himself out of there, and with that Aegis gone, that is their high ground attempt gone. And this is actually the scary part, because you're playing against Tusk, who's almost done with Ags. Pushing high ground at that point in the game, when Batrider and Tusk will have their Ags in about 2-3 minutes, you're going to be in a lot of trouble trying to break the high ground.
Yeah, same with Enigma, because if Bat initiates and then Scofield's hook shots to impede the force staff into the base, Enigma just has free pass green light to go like for a BKB a black hole. And the damage now is coming not only from Weaver but also from the Ember Spirit. He also went for the full Gleipnir. Well, Gleipnir, not Mjolnir.
Yeah, but for an Ember, Gleipnir makes a lot of sense. And
yeah,
honestly, they're having some struggles with controlling the hero Kyros.
I believe it also gives you a little bit more, HP, so you can survive the bursting from heroic. Batrider.
Drag. Catch onto Yuma. He's gonna get knocked back towards the dire base as well. Black hole gets thrown out, but they cannot help him out. There is no clear lineup. Yuma is still alive right now. Will eventually get taken down, and an oopsie daisy. They didn't have Schofield there for a possible hook shot to interrupt. And now KJ is gonna get chased back, tossed back as well. Loving embrace of fantasy. Can they get more kills here? KJ dropping low on the side. Yours looking for deeper chases. Hook shot away. They're going to get the control in onto Whisper. The Phoenix, very tanky, but is he going to be able to be tanky enough? Has a Wind Waker, actually, but will be a third one down. Double kill for JP. That Weaver gets a lot of money. Not a single buyback available on any of those heroes.
That was a beautiful play out of the Batrider. Like, he just went for it, and the timing was right with that Aghanim Scepter of the Tusk, and they threw everything at the Tiny, but it worked. They were trying to heal him however they could, and it still didn't work. And I'm really surprised that they let that voice line pass. I'm loving it.
Yeah. It's baffling how the game is actually going so well still for Fantasy. It's not necessarily that they're playing really well, even though they were pretty far behind.
Yeah.
Oh, they're going to steal the Torment, or at least attempt it. Batrider almost gets taken down. Time lapse out of there. They get a free shard for the Ember. Who's going Shiva's Guard next? T is going for Aghanim Scepter on the Enigma for the percentage-based damage on Black Hole. And of course, the slight drag back. Nice hook shot from Schofield onto T. Doesn't have a Black Hole available at the moment. They're trying to disengage. Wonder Kid with the Root going in. Jump out of there. Disengage. And it did not cost them really anything. BKB is all it cost them on the Enigma, which still is a little bit costly. But
and Ember Spirit. So BKB on Ember and Enigma. So they have like 70 seconds to try to make something happen here.
But you still can't
Okay.
go high ground. That's the problem, because Tusk.
Yeah, indeed. And Bat Rider.
And Batrider with the Ags now done, so that's a double drag back in towards the enemy's high ground. Enigma's got Black Hole in 10 seconds again. High ground's just really... You need Aegis. There's no other way.
Or a pickup. Like, pick off. Yeah.
Yeah, but even then, buyback is still a thing.
Yeah. Well, the thing is that Heroic, if they get like 2 seconds in front of a tower, the tower melts. Like, because of Tiny, because of Earthshaker. It's even if Fantasy has a good defense. They are looking at Analog, I think. Looking for it. Trying to fight on Roche Pit. 14 seconds. Here we go.
Yep, they give away their position. Double lasso comes out. JP Black Hole gets thrown out to meet the interrupted Phoenix Egg is there as well. They're trying to heal up. Yuma is going to be able to stay alive thanks to the Phoenix Egg. And the disengage is needed. 1-for-1 trade so far. But the big one is Black Hole was used. And Oakshot in on the side will control up the Tusk. This should give them Roche at the very least.
Yeah, indeed. Little bit unlucky for Fantasy that Roche. I believe it just like respawned. Didn't have any extra time on it.
I think,
yeah.
like, I'm curious if RSNT, I didn't check, but if he had BKB back up for BKB Black Hole, because he got interrupted by a Fissure, and he had a 2-man Black Hole. So if he had BKB available and didn't pop it, that would have been a very big loss.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, he shouldn't have, right? We were just saying that they can go high ground. It was like 70 seconds cooldown, so maybe it was just like 1 or 2 seconds shy. But
Yeah,
those
that's
are
what
the...
I was wondering about as well. Like,
Yeah.
it was very close because immediately after the Black Hole, I pressed on him and it was available. But I don't know, like, maybe it was like a couple of seconds off and he had to pull the trigger, so to speak.
Yeah, just go for it. Well, Satanic ready for Weaver, so he's becoming really hard to kill. Let's see what Enigma's going for the Aghanim Scepter.
Yeah, percentage-based damage obviously good, but also the drag back, the constant pull, always a neat one.
Especially against strength heroes. They're scanning, they're trying to make something happen here. Wonderkind. Ooh, that
Hook shot missed topside, but there is Yuma jumping in. Has 2 toss charges. Gets a double toss in. Wonderkid Ember dropping low. Can he get away? Fire Remnant jumps back to safety and will be able to disengage. Echo Slam was used for that. And he gets out. Does not have a BKB going forward though. Oh, the Chen creeps. No.
Oh no. Yeah, that's the sad part of playing Chen. You are the king of early game, but later on, even if you have ancient creeps at your disposal, it's not looking good.
You're just feeding
obviously
money.
Yeah, well, if you get caught, like if not, you're just a fountain out of the base.
Nullifier done on JP. Okay.
Interesting.
It does get rid of Crimson Guard and the Solar Crest and no Force Staff shenanigans, I guess, and against the Wind Waker of the Phoenix. It's actually Clockwork. Schofield's got a Scythe of Vice as well now.
Yeah, he just has too much money. Chen as well. He's like really close to Enigma in terms of net worth. And Enigma was like top net worth like 10 minutes ago. Well, maybe 15. Boots wearing. They're splitting lanes. Nicely done. Oh, they see him. Where's the hook shot? Where's the hook shot? Oof. Nah.
Schofield, his level 25 is going to be interesting. Do you go for the battery assault interval or the debuff immunity inside power cogs?
Well, Deal with immunity.
Because he has Ags, so Battery Assault interval with the Ags is really good. KJ?
Yeah.
Oh, and the lasso drag
Oh.
onto Analog. Earthshaker's going to get Black Hole taken down. Analog is dead. And that's going to be pretty much the remainder of their Aegis timing wasted.
Yep, indeed. Right now, Fantasy might want to, push a little bit and try to force that buyback. They're a little bit far away from doing so. But a fight without Chen and without Earthshaker, or at least forcing some buybacks, could be good. The economic advantage has always been like less than 10K. This is a really even match. Like we were thinking that on paper this was not easy, but comfortable to zero. But Fantasy Gaming is saying no, we're here to fight equally, and they're doing pretty well. I'm really impressed with the Bat Rider play. Like he's been really good from the beginning of the game, like on those early kills, and now also being basically the sole initiator, because Enigma doesn't initiate. Like it's always Bat Rider, and sometimes a Tusk.
Yeah, of course, a little bit of vision jumps in, but he gets immediately hexed up by Schofield and turned into a little chicken. So they do manage to get the Bat Rider kill, who doesn't have a buyback for 70 seconds.
Yeah, indeed. Oh, it's been a while since I cursed a player. I was just talking really good about the Bat Rider, and then
Yeah. I mean, it happens. He hears you. He gets overconfident. He's like, oh, my boy, he knows exactly what I'm all about. Zippo's gonna...
He's a real one.
Call me a god, yeah. And then, oh, no, I let Zippo down. Oh, Tusku?
Dead.
They lose their second high ground defender.
Yeah. They're still a little bit far away from forcing that buyback. Let's see. Oh, we have a refresher shot on Earthshaker.
Okay, double Echo Slam. He's also got Daedalus now, so big damage.
Clockwork has way too much money.
Very much so. He's going Loadstorm next. He even puts his Tranquil Boots in his backpack because I ain't got no space. But we are 50 minutes in the game, so at this point you probably should have some pretty decent items.
Oof.
But there is a lot of damage being dealt to the buildings. Lasso drag onto the Tiny. Yuma dragged all the way back. Echo Slam does get dropped. There is a BKB Black Hole at the ready if they need it. Argentine needs to be very careful. He's actually trying to go to the other end. Yuma is going to still continue on. Does a lot of damage. Zexa Tusk needs to get himself out of there. Otherwise, he's going to get taken down. Yuma does so much, but will still be left behind and lose his life. And the rest of his team could not help him because Argentine was between the Tiny and the rest of his team, just to make sure if anyone goes to try and save him, he can just black hole them. Catch in on towards the Phoenix, who's going to quickly try and disengage with the Windbreaker. Up the high ground he goes. Argentine running forward, going for Schofield here. Echo Slam gets dropped. Yor is going to lose his life. Analog so close to dropping, but he is so incredibly elusive. JP needs one more hit, but is not going to be able to reach it. Phoenix gets dropped in the area. Yuma bought back for this. Stun Black Hole onto Whisper. The hook shot, though, to interrupt it by Schofield. Keep Whisper alive on the backside. The front side is actually going to be the Weaver that's going to get controlled. JP is dead. And Wonder Kid is now going to get Hex controlled up. Analog gets a double kill. They just crush them. Argentine goes for the TP back, but he has no BKB, no Black Hole to defend his base. And this is going to cost them 3 buybacks.
Yeah, this is at least 3 buybacks. And I think Yuma bought back. Yeah, he bought back for this. He got some kills in return, though. It was like, I think this was just a little bit of overextension out of Fantasy. They got like a decent trade-off defending at the bottom. I mean, Yuma did what he had to do. He was pushed almost to the enemy fountain, and the rest of the team said, "Okay, he's dead. Let's just take the structures." And then because they tried to not overextend but just chase out of the base, they were caught in a bad position. There goes the first buyback, and they're hoping this is enough to pursue them away, because Weaver doesn't really want to buyback right now. But those 40 seconds are going to be really, really long, Truman, because that
Enigma has
tiny.
another black hole now, though, so you have to be very careful. Blasto onto 2, BKB black hole. The big one is
Nice.
caught. The Clockwork 3-man black hole
Nice.
for Arsene. Phoenix dove a little bit too deep. Yuma needs to TP out, otherwise it will be a dieback. And it's a very, very big catch that keeps him alive in the game.
Yeah, that black hole was beautiful. Just saving the. I don't know. JP did buy back for this. But this is now a time where they can try to push the high ground as well, because the only one with a buyback right now is Chen. So they don't really have a counter initiation on their clockwork or most of the healing factor with Whisper. We have a DC out of Wonderkind. Let's
Yeah,
hope he.
that fight, the most important thing in any of these engagements is that they catch the Clockwork, because he's the only one that can pierce BKB. BKB pierce, interrupt the black hole on their team. So they always need to be able to catch him if they want to make a black hole happen. That's why you've seen RZT trying to find a hurdle and get a good black hole target. That's because he needs to make sure Schofield's caught.
Yeah, but Schofield is way out of sight. Like he's Clockwork is one of his best heroes. Like he knows how to position, how to play against an Enigma, obviously. But now Enigma has 2 chances, right? Because of the refresher orb. I want to see what we have in terms of items. Well, Nullifier we already see for Weaver. He's going for the Moonshot as the next item. Batrider with everything he needs. He's going for a BKB as the next item, and that is going to be really big because, as you mentioned, the only one who could interrupt him is going to be the Clockwork. So now Clockwork would have to choose between Arsene or Yor, since the target is mostly always going to be the Tiny and the Earthshaker, for the lasso. Right now, what do we have? We have Harpoon, Assault Cuirass, and Blink Dagger for Tiny, with Satanic as well. The thing is, Heroic melts buildings, and Fantasy is having a little bit of trouble with, siege damage. The only one who can hit is Weaver, but he has like Daedalus and raw damage.
Yeah.
Mm,
The
and-
plus side is the Geminate attack does significantly help with the push, and of course you have the
Yeah.
Enigma or Enigma pushing power as well with the demonic summoning. Now he's got his level 25 as well, so he summons an army of those Eidolons, but they
Yeah.
die very quickly to just a random enchant totem
Yeah.
from the Shaker.
They also amplify the Shaker's damage if they're not positioned correctly. Okay, I want to see what the Shaker is doing. He went for the Daedalus. Interesting. He still has a bottle.
Always gotta make sure you can bottle up those nice amplified damage runes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
that's kind of the problem with Shake. What do you build now? Refresher, or what's the idea here? Oh, he actually has Refresher in his courier. Never mind.
So no more bottle.
Yeah, no more. Well, he's probably still going to keep it in case it's needed, but yeah.
Yeah. Then I guess you can go for Overwhelming Blink, and then put the Aghanim Scepter as eat it, and then get, I don't know, what can maybe like a Sight of Vice or something like that for more control against the Weaver, because the Weaver dies most of the damage does as well.
Yeah, I mean the Weaver is pretty tanky. He's got standing, but it's
Yeah.
the double toss from Tiny that really hurts the Weaver at this stage. I think because he
Yeah.
doesn't really care about the Phoenix. I don't honestly have not seen Whisper do anything this game on the Phoenix. It's been primarily a lot of Schofield, and well, he's dead for 100 seconds. And of course, Anlog's been playing out of his mind on that Shaker.
Well, I do disagree a little bit with that because I've seen Whisper maybe not doing the Whisper things like carrying the team, creating space, being the guy who is orchestrating how the team moves. But he's doing the healing work, right? He's going for like a supportive kind of offlaner because he's been keeping his course alive a lot. And maybe I agree that the supernovas haven't been as impactful, but at least it gives like a safe space to the rest of his team. But yeah, it's Schofield's show all for heroic, and he might be more valuable than the Phoenix at this point. But yeah, at least you can always pop the supernova close to the enemy's structures to have like a safe space to melt those buildings. And I believe that if you have the Agony Scepter, you can also save your teammates. So maybe he wants to go for that in the future. No, he's going for a refresher orb.
I think
Interesting.
that's a little bit. I mean, yeah, no, I think it's a little bit risky to go for it against a Weaver with the extra Geminate attack thingy. As you then have two people in there, so he just BKB and then duck, blows
Yeah.
it up pretty quickly.
Yeah, it's a nice Roshan pickup. Who else is missing their Aghanim Scepter? Well, Chen is missing his, but really is big. Everyone else has Aghanim Scepter. Tiny doesn't have Aghanim Scepter, so Roshan might.
That's a very good upgrade that he can always get. Tree Volley, of course, did get significantly nerfed at one point, but it still does a ridiculous amount of damage.
Yeah, it's a good defense as well for high ground.
And Weaver can also get his, but it's terrible. It's
Yeah.
probably even worse than not getting it. Because it then makes it that you have to press on yourself or, double tap or whatever, which is obnoxious instead of it just being a use tool. Because it only gives you the ability to use it on allies instead of like cooldown reduction or something.
Yeah, you're right. Can you autocast it? Like have it to or just alt R?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it should be the case that you can. But then again, you have to press Alt for that, and it's literally just adding an extra button because you're never going to use it on an ally anyway.
Yeah, you're right. It's just one more input.
Yeah, and then you mess up, another button or something, and then rip.
In the end, Weaver is way too important right now. He's
All
Ember
their damage.
Spirit.
I mean, Ember still does a lot as well in the team fights, and the most important thing about Ember is that Mage Slayer.
Yeah.
Going off the entire time. Plus, also, to be fair, the Shiva's guard healing reduction is immense, but it's really that Weaver's the only one that can kill off a Shaker or a Tiny.
You're a little
Enigma
bit with
Black Hole.
the Enigma as well. Yeah, Enigma Black Hole as well. But that's that's a big ask if you have Scofield on the other team.
Yeah.
Like you're it's really hard for you to get a free black hole against the two cores. And even then, if you get a full duration, you're just not going to kill it. You have to choose between. I guess obviously Tiny is the first priority, right? He has like 50, 50 armor, almost.
Yeah, I'd probably go for Shaker. He only has 14. He actually dies very fast. But the problem with Shaker is the cooldown on his enchant totem is 2.6 seconds because of the level 25 talent and the Octane. So he is really fast.
Yeah, he just jumps out.
Production, do you by any chance know what's going on?
He just said it. So it means the lights are out, and they say it's going to be back in 10 minutes.
Oh, I would assume that they're probably gonna start soon because the timing, they only have X amount of time. And KJ is already like, hey guys, don't want to be here all night. Give us the dub right now.
Well, I think it's like 15 minutes tolerance.
It's
Maybe.
15 minutes per team, I think. But I don't know how
If
far we are. We're probably at like 10, maybe.
more or less, we give them half our time.
Oh, look at Heroic being the good guys right there. Oh, KJ was
I,
about to say, "Hey, admin, start the game," and then his team was like, "No, don't be a dick. World's gonna hate
Kate.
us if we do."
Yeah, like imagine the Reddit post, right? Like heroic wins by a technicality against a team with lesser known players. Yeah.
Sportsmanship, indeed, as production said. But fantasy gaming, I mean, they've been playing really well. I'm impressed
Yeah.
by their two supports. Both of them, big catches. The Bat Rider, obviously laning stage and forward. Even though he's hella broke comparatively to the rest, that's the only thing that they probably should be able to improve upon. Their playmaking potential is great, but they have been rather lacking in the farm department.
Yeah, you're right. He's been playing a lot of high risk, high reward Dota. Even with his warding, that we were mentioning, he wards really deep into the enemy's territory, and sometimes that plays against him and he gets caught. What's this? Okay, the admin just said the time has passed and the game must continue.
Okay, I thought
And
that
then
they
King
gave them.
Jungles, yeah, and King Jungles said, "If and what if we want to wait for a fair match?" So nice for Heroic to challenge the admin on, "Hey, we want to wait. We want a fair game."
Yeah, the problem with, of course, sharing your time is if you have an issue later, you have no time left.
You're right, but I mean, I'm just guessing here, but maybe Fantasy are each in their own houses and Heroic is on a team house or a facility.
It's not like they can't lose power.
I mean, they can, but if they go, they all go.
Yeah, true. Then it's really game over.
Indeed.
What did you read Brave New World? Okay, what did the admin say?
You can offer your posting time, and then well, King generally just spoke in English, so yeah,
Okay.
they're
Yeah,
giving.
that's very nice. Yeah, there are some. I have casted some tournaments in the past where you're not allowed to give your opponents your time. And that was because of this. If you don't give them your time, people see as the boogeyman kind of thing. So there are some tournaments where they're like, no one gives each other their time because it's, otherwise you're going to have that situation, which I can understand.
Yeah, I would also understand if you don't give them your time because it's at the end of the day it's a competition, man. Obviously, if it's a small tournament, yeah, whatever. But it's a game and everything, but it's a competition. Sportsmanship is always welcomed, but rules are as written. 4 minutes
That's
left.
why. That's why. Um. What's his name? The Real Madrid player.
I don't
Uh.
watch football. You're
Ah.
barking at the wrong
Too
tree. You're
unfortunate
barking.
because that. Yeah. No. For the people that are watching, that's why Vinicius Jr. did not win the Ballon d'Or this year because he has zero sportsmanship. Just wanted to throw that out there. That's the perfect example of no sportsmanship in a player. It's football players when someone slightly taps you or brushes his shirt against you and then they fall over the floor 20 roll over 20 times and scream, my leg, he's broken my leg, and then start screaming at the ref to give him a red card, that kind of ordeal.
Yeah, I haven't watched football since Neymar did that. So yeah, that's
Well,
where
to
I'm
be
at.
fair, he always does that.
Yeah,
I don't think, I think he's in Saudi somewhere.
maybe, but he was famous for that.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, South South American football had a lot of that.
Yeah, indeed.
But to be
Okay.
fair, personally, I'm for anyone that. Normally, the rule is if you dive, you get like a yellow card. No one ever gets a yellow card, but they really should enforce that. Okay, what does the admin say right now?
He said it's 10 minutes. 5 minutes have been given to the other team. 3 minutes have passed. 2 minutes
Okay,
left.
so 2 more minutes, and then we get back into the game. Then, a big important question for you: do you know who Robbie Williams is?
Um, I mean, I want to say a singer.
Okay, at least you know that he's a singer. Now, I was just curious because he has a movie out right now. I can't remember the name, but it like a biopic thing, and everyone I know that is in Europe knows him. Everyone in America doesn't know him, so I was curious if South America knew him. And well, you at least know that he's a singer, which is already something.
Well, yeah, there's one song that comes to mind and a really disturbing video clip as well, if it's the
That
correct
is
singer.
the I think Rock DJ with where
Yeah,
he starts peeling off his skin. Yeah.
indeed, and his muscles and stuff like that.
Yeah. If anyone is curious, just Google Rock DJ video clip. It's horrifying. And it's
Yeah,
weird that it's actually allowed that was the video clip.
it's really old as well, but the CG is pretty good for the time it was created.
Horrifying. You know, it's also horrifying if this game ends without Wonder Kid being able to connect back.
Yeah, but you know, so's Dota, so's life, especially in South America.
So is unfortunate moments in like everyone's had it. I've also had stupid blackouts at the worst possible moments where the internet company is like, "Oh yeah, by the way, we forgot to mention it. We're working on your network. You're not going to have internet for the next 8 hours," and you're like, "Oh, cool. I'm screwed."
Yeah, I'm out of a job. Okay.
Time to find a snack.
Game has started once again, ladies and gentlemen. We don't have an Ember Spirit. Well, we have one that is running against the enemy's base with the BKB activated.
Yep, someone accidentally pressed BKB. Wow, guys. Wow. I guess who's going to be playing as him for a little bit, Sexa? He still has to walk all the way towards the rest of his team. Yeah, the problem is they have 3 dead and they can't really push high ground now because they're missing their Ember. They can't capitalize off the fact that they have such a good advantage at this stage in the game, and that's really sad.
Indeed, that's sad. And well, they said it was going to be like 10 minutes, and that was like 5 minutes ago. So let's cross our fingers that by the 60-minute mark, when the tier 5s are up, Ember comes back to the game.
Ember is now a glorified Roche Ward. That's gorgeous.
And
You just put him in the pit.
nothing.
Yep.
Yeah.
He
least
needs
he
to get
has
his
a
mana
job,
regen
right?
going. Yeah, he's useful. He's useful.
Yeah,
He
he's
already
doing
has
something.
32k net worth, so it doesn't really matter. It doesn't need that much more farm. As long as he can buy back later when he gets back, hopefully gets back, it should be nice. But they're all huddled in towards their base, waiting for, of course, Schofield to return on the side of Heroic.
Schofield is going for the Aghanim's blessing. That guy's stacked.
Yeah, Load Sorb, Scythe of Vice, Orchid. I mean, he can still upgrade his Yules and upgrade his Orchid to Bloodthorn. I don't know why, but you could.
And they're scouted. Still 8 seconds until Roshan appears.
Yeah, they're coming.
They
And
really.
who's going to be playing Ember? To the degree that what? Oh, there's Roshi Boy. They spotted out, but they're too close.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if you're Bad Rider, you go in and then leave your hero to die and start playing with the Ember.
Oh, they're coming in from behind.
Oh,
Smoke
jump
broke.
around.
Jump into the trees. Dive pretty deep. That's such a dangerous dive, because if they get the lasso on you there, it's over. Ember, no! They find the DC'd Wonder Kid, and now they have to micro at the same time. Yuma, there's a 3-man black hole coming in. The damage isn't going to be enough. A lot of damage coming now. JP, can he pump out enough? Yuma's going to heal up very quickly thanks to the systemic. Second black hole coming in on the backline. They will lose Analog. They will almost lose the Phoenix, but Arzenti, he doesn't have any more damage. JP needs to find the target, but Yuma's just crashing away at their bodies. And JP's going to get controlled up, lose his life, and that's a 2.7k crit by Analog there.
Yeah,
and that's game.
And that's game. Yeah, there's no buybacks on Fantasy. This is just sad, man. And I mean, I don't know if they could have gone way better with 5 players.
They definitely could.
Yeah, I mean,
they did 1800 damage on Ember in that fight, and 15k for the Enigma. 2 very big black holes, but without the Ember, there just wasn't enough damage.
Yeah, they also found the Ember just standing there, and he took like 25% of his HP for free. Well, this is sad, but so's Dota, so's life. I'm at least really excited for Game 2. Like, I thought this was going to be a, you know, a set and done series, but now I really want to see the second game, and I really hope the Ember Spirit comes back.
Yep, so do I, but unfortunately the game won. I mean, not unfortunately that Heroic wins, but the ending was very anticlimactic with how amazing the hero builds into super sturdy. Then you get the Aghanim Scepter, you invest into him. So it's not like the PA is the ultimate counter either. It's pretty good, but it's not perfect. You get MKB, you just chop away at his HP.
Yeah, indeed. It's pretty even right now, and I'm excited to see how the support duo of Fantasy plays this one, because they really did well on last time. Let's see if we can. Well, there's no shenanigans happen here. Oh, Arsen T might be the first one to go.
Slowed down. He does have his little hawk to help out. They're going to go for the boar kill. You're coming in from the other side. Has the flame break onto Yuma. There's Zexa dropping low. The Phoenix is looking to be first blood, and indeed it does get secured. Yours now in a bit of a pickle, surrounded by enemies. They don't have the life sealer there to help. Analog has another boulder smash in a sec. The cogs hold them in place. Nice blast there from KJ up for a 2-man scatter blast. Arzenti is going to be a third one down. 3-0 before the clock hits 0.
2 of them for Analog. Okay, life is looking good for this Earth Spirit. I think the curses might be broken here.
He's not too shabby. Has what's he actually sending out so far? He's not sending out his bottle. He's just finishing up his magic wand, going in onto Wonder Kid. Another scatter blast. Lots of damage being dealt in mid.
Oh, and I really.
3 bounties as well. Not a bad start.
Yeah, already 1k ahead. Before the creeps clash. Like you're here. Well, 2 melee heroes against a life stealer, so life stealer is going to have a decent time here. Especially with this Bat Rider, who can freely harass Schofield.
And he jukes Schofield's little cog punches. Thanks to the Windlace and the fact that it's such a fast hero. Like, Clockwork's also a fast hero normally, but this Bat Rider keeps on chasing after Schofield. Then you've got the Smoldering Resin. His innate ability is good harassment.
Let's see, we are on bottom lane. 1 more kill for the road.
They will get a counter kill this time around, though. Yuma actually taking a lot of damage as well. But, okay, they lose the Bat Rider topside. A lot of fighting in the early game this time around.
That's what we came here to see. Nice bloodbath from the SA region. 5 kills in less than 2 minutes. That's great. Okay, Yuma going a little bit too deep.
Now mid lane, it's looking very good for Analog so far in terms of his farm against the Invoker. Yuma needs to be careful, but so does the Phoenix. Scatterblast is available. Oh, but he misses the Scatterblast. And the Phoenix goes back in on towards Yuma, wants to get the kill. Zexa needs to stay hidden in the trees. His courier is going to get sniped in the meantime. Yuma jumps back to safety and stays alive. And the Phoenix now needs to juke his way out of there.
I mean, it's a lot of aggression coming up from the beginning. This is... They're all playing with fire. Phoenix had to quote unquote sacrifice his career to keep his life. And Lifestealer is just living his best life. He's just happy against 2 melee heroes. Even though they are like managing a little bit to take his farm away.
Yeah, it's still a Lifestealer. This is fine.
Phoenix.
Bottom lane. They will make a 1-for-1 trade with Yuma this time dropping. T, he is going to go for the helm of the Dominator build this time around, so no Drums of Slam shenanigans. What are the reasons to go for Drums of Slam compared to the Helm of the Overlord?
Well, I guess I think Helm of the Overlord is to hit a faster timing in terms of pushing power. It also makes you more independent in terms of having your own pressure on the map. So, well,
Double kill almost. Yeah, Zexa is going to get jumped on. Yuma will walk away. T is in the area, but he can't even summon a boar. Plus a lot of creeps are chasing him down, so Yuma's just going to jump back to the high ground. He's level 4.5, almost a full level ahead of the Beastmaster, but the Beastmaster's got a lot of creeps to catch up with.
Yeah. Beastmaster is just going to farm here, because if you really play a little bit more passive when you go for the Helm of the Overlord. Until you have that item, you don't really want to play, to pick a fight. Oh, Analog, he has no mana.
Yeah, Tornado as well, keep them occupied. Analog dropping low, Wonder Kid's trying to block his exit as well. A couple more right clicks, push back, comes in from behind. Analog rolling boulder in. Has a boulder smash in 1 second. One more right click. Wonder Kid just takes him down in the end. Schofield's got 7 sticky napalm charges. Will die. Will take your down with him from beyond the grave. But still, the experience does go to Labatt. And net worth wise, this time it is actually Heroic that takes a lot of kills in the early game. But the net worth is still even.
Yeah, well, they started with 3-0 before the creep spawn, so yeah, they started with a really nice advantage. Okay, this is just the downside of the Lifestealer. He doesn't have any stuns to prevent the TPs out.
Yeah, but it's gonna take a while. Does he even get Basher this game?
I mean, he has other priorities, I believe.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, it's not like they're going to build any control on the other heroes. The bottom lane, though, going in with a 3-man move onto the Phoenix. He gets the dive to the back end. Schofield's now in a little bit of trouble himself and will burn up. The Hawk finishes his life, and they will make sure that Schofield has to do the walk of shame because he just respawned.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Hey, they're playing more aggressive, but they are also, overextending here a little bit. Watch out here at the bottom. Phoenix is level 3.
Yeah, not too great. Yuma, though, is level 5, but yours chasing him down. Sticky napalm spam, pretty obnoxious. In comes the Invoker on the side. Yuma wants to jump back. Oh my lord, that damage. Yuma's dead. Bat Rider, level 3, just sticky napalm spam the entire time is enough to kill off Yuma.
Yeah, that in boots, and you can't run away from him. And I was just about to say that's something you don't want to see this early in the game, like a killing spree for a Phantom Assassin, and him being level 5. But, well, at least they slow him down right now. And T being the objective of a gank once again. Here's Schofield.
Oh, T, can he get himself anything in response? Your TP's through. They will lose KJ. T still alive. Gets the roar cast onto Schofield. Will cost him his life. But still, 2 kills picked up. Your dodges the rolling boulder. But the Batrider is going to be the next one down. And another double kill for Yuma, who's now level 6. And pretty much done with the Cornucopia. XP rune. Earth Spirit rolling in. Analog steals the Wisdom rune away. And these supports, you did mention the level 3 Phoenix. That's not going to be great. This experience could be pretty big, though. To be able to get a little bit. Yeah, Phoenix got almost a half a level from that assist.
Yeah, our Arsenty now level 6 as well. Well, she's been for a little bit now. Maybe now it's the time for trying to push a little bit. He already has a Helm of Laminator. Try to create a little bit of space for your lifestealer, who needs like a couple of items here. He is going for the armlet at the end of the day.
Okay, so he's going armlet. It used to be armlet Deso.
Yeah, I've seen armlet Radiance.
Yeah, normally it's armlet Radiance this game, but they're so tanky. Like, it feels like such a good Deso game. But Deso's such a meh item. Comparative to in terms of farming and such. Oh, rolling boulder in. Analog does pick up the illusion rune. Schofield dropping low, but so is the Phoenix, who needs the experience, but still's gonna die. Don Ulti keeps Schofield alive. In comes Whisper onto Wonder Kid. Find a second kill. Go for your, who's trying to disengage, but Analog is still blocking his exit, and they find 3 kills in mid with Analog getting a double, pushing him back in to a decent spot, because he was starting to struggle in that mid lane.
And Schofield doesn't know how to back from a fight. It's just insane.
Does help if you get a big fat Dawn ulti just to keep you alive.
Yeah, indeed. Oh, well, he also has like Tranquil Boots, so he can just roam around. Let's see if they're going to find Arsenty.
Oh, RZT goes for KJ. 2-man stomp with the Centaur coming in. Analog dropping low. EMP drains his mana. He's trying to disengage. Has a rolling boulder, but there's a dive coming for it. They lose Wonder Kid. RZT, they're going in heavy. They find themselves another double kill for Yuma. 3-for-2 trade, and they just get feeding this PA so heavily. He's still not top net worth. That's actually RZT currently, but should be overtaken momentarily.
Yeah, well, he's in a really good timing for his Battle Fury. And he's getting, like you said, a couple of double kills, like 3 in a row, I think. And that's something you just don't want to see, especially if their hero has a slight edge against yours, against your position 1, who is, well, he can actually buy the Armlet of Mordigan from in one shot, I believe, right now. But maybe he is just having second thoughts and saying, maybe I just rushed the Radiance or something like that.
Hook shot and kisses onto RZT bottom lane. Quick kill. Yeah, that's why the Clockwork plus Snapfire support duo is so much stronger than a Phoenix Batrider. Is hook shot, Mortimer kisses. You can kill anyone except for the Life Stealer, pretty much. You can kill anyone else on the map with just your 2 heroes. Phoenix plus Bat can't.
Yeah, indeed, they're good individually, but they also a little bit dependent of their ultimates. And Phoenix does not have access to that Supernova. Watch out for Yor, though. He's going to get 1 more kill away, I think.
Oh, Yuma.
It's level 9.
Pretty happy. Another kill, mega kill streak. Yuma is now on to a 9-5 scoreline. Battle Fury almost finished up. Super fast farm coming in for the PA. I'm actually curious because he went for the methodical facet on PA. Oh, shot in onto the Phoenix. Gets the dive back. Schofield's actually the one in trouble.
Okay. They're just going back.
Oh, yeah. Wonder Kid is going to get pushed right back towards Yuma. Dawn ulti comes out. Analog dropping low. Do they have enough to take him down? Yes, they do. This Life Stealer does do a lot of damage. In comes the Infest. RZT on the run. He'll get pushed back by the Cogs, and RZT is a dead man. Schofield just barely running away with no HP left. And JP has to also do the the Walk of Sadness. With a
Uh-oh,
triple kill going to Yuma, that's his Battle Fury done.
in the minute 11 with Battle Fury and Power Threads. On the other side, we have a Life Stealer who is 2k away in 11 minutes. That's a lot of gold. Jum is just stacked. And JP doesn't really have an item. Well, he has an armored man.
Yeah, he's going Radiance next. Oh, that's actually the Aegis killed off by Zexa. Is gonna die for it, but delays the the kills the courier delays the Battle Fury.
Yeah. It's almost 2 minutes. That's really nice, I guess. Better than nothing. 1 kill for Wonderkin here against Whisper. Still a really nice game for Heroic this far. This game hasn't been as even as the first one, and I think one of the issues why is the support duo. I believe even Badre has been playing really well as he did in the last game, but the Phoenix has been struggling to have any impact on the games so far.
Radiant's top tower is on the rocks.
What do we have
Yeah.
here?
Looking pretty solid.
Boker going for Manta. Okay.
Yeah.
You
Let's see. Argentine, he did not go for the Helm of the Overlord, by the way. He just went Helm of the Dominator into drums into pipe.
Scanning for enemies.
okay? It's still a fast build, like a build to start fighting early, which is why they've been trying to do the whole series. Jor doesn't really have a blink die or anything to initiate with, so this is just going to end as an attempt. Simply going for the pipe. Well, PA still 10 seconds for his courier. Delay, well, it's going to buy some time for this life stealer, who is just going to be focusing on farming. Like, he needs that radiance as soon as possible.
Now, of course, another thing that always needs to be remembered is that Voker is a right-click hero now these days. He's, as you mentioned, going for the man style already has the Dragonlance, as a universal hero does. But it is a hero that skills very strongly in towards late game. Is currently poor, but the only downside is, he's crosswhack, so he doesn't farm as fast as he would like. But it is a scary hero if you let it roam free, comparative to an Earth Spirit who normally tends to just not be able to do anything late game.
Yeah, well, I don't look at least has been, he's been participating a lot on the movement of his teams. He already has the Blade Mail going for Senshin Kaya, I suppose. I'm still looking for some, tower push from Fantasy because they can't leave that PA free farming on their ancients. They even stacking, like Heroic is stacking for Yuma. So the next item is going to be Sun and Yasha, which is almost ready, like 1k and a half shy. 13 kills for Yuma.
Yeah, Ars and T, they're looking to go for the tier 1 tower top. Ars and T second in net worth. Has had quite a lot of kills, but going for the full defensive build this time around. Schofield versus Yor. There's going to be the chase. Rolling Boulder in by Analog. Has the Arcane Rune. Nice center stomp, but Argentine needs to throw out the road just to be able to stay alive. Phoenix Egg gets thrown out nearby. Hook shot in. Can they kill off the Phoenix Egg? Yes, they very much can. Take it down pretty quickly. Go for more 3-man tornado from Wonder Kid. Doesn't have anything more to throw out. Throws out the MP. Lifestealer JP, can he at least get anything? Infest Bomb to try and keep Wonder Kid alive for a little bit longer, but Schofield is not even going to be dying here. They lose.
Might be over.
And the one that got initiated on the Rider is going to get blasted by King Jungles for good measure. 5 kills secured, and that is disastrous.
Yeah, that is just not good. That Lifestealer is not going to have a game. He's already 3k behind from his counterpart. That Phantom Assassin has a Sangenyash already. He just wants to start fighting and start killing people. I don't see a comeback opportunity for Fantasy, to be honest. Like, Lifestealer needs to get that Radiance, and he's far away from it.
Yeah, it's just not gonna get any faster. Yuma is continuing beyond godlike right now, 15-2-7. They've let this man lose pretty heavily this game. SNY done Battle Fury in 17 minutes time. And it's not like they have a clear counter for it either. It's ridiculously hard to beat that hero. KJ walking in, spots out Argentine, misses both their spells. And Argentine walks away, but okay, actually on the other side is Analog. Argentine wanted to walk away, but Yuma is just gonna hunt him down. Roy gets thrown out, Sunstrike for good measure, not even gonna be able to connect. Yuma makes it another one. I'm actually curious because what I wanted to first ask on the PA, he has Methodical the fastest, but why would, like, what's the big difference in the two facets? Why does someone choose one over the other?
Let me see what the other facet is. Veil, blurs, and loneliness.
Won't last long.
Well, I mean, the only thing I see is that you quote unquote farm faster with Methodical, and if you're going for a fighting build, it might be, better for you to farm faster in just 4 attacks and proc the critical. Veiled one is for, I don't know, if you want to farm a little bit more and be in secure by yourself in the game. I do see it as a more aggressive facet.
Okay,
100%.
yeah, because I always Methodical is every 4 hits on an enemy you get a proc or something, or 6 hits.
Every 6 on the same enemy or 4 against non-heroes.
Yeah, and I was always thinking because the other facet just gives you crit chance, pretty much. So it's like just what PA was, right? So I was just curious about that, where you just have X amount of chance to crit.
Yeah, the other one's just as a percentage, as you said, but this is like secured, like each 6 hits, and the other facet just the blur is not dispelled, so you can farm safer around the map. But he is going for an aggressive build with a Sangin Yasha, which is obviously to fight. So maybe that's why he chose the Methodical one.
Okay.
Because he couldn't know.
Yeah, I always just like throwing a random dagger and it critting, but that might just be the pub star in me. Or you go like Kanda build. Well, you shouldn't go that build, but you can.
You play the game to have fun. Just build whatever you want to
I play
build.
support. I don't play the game to have fun. I played support PA recently though. Wonder Kid, Invoker on the run. Silenced up, gonna get caught inside the cogs, and they're just gonna give everything to Yuma.
Yeah, Yuma's just a final boss at minute 20. There's like 11k net worth advantage at minute 20. This game is just too hard to come back from. I don't really see how.
RZ gonna get jumped. The roar comes out. Kisses in response. Yuma, he is gonna be able to jump away. Phoenix Egg is not interruptible. Yuma goes for the TP away. King Jungles gets rid of the egg before he falters. We'll be able to leap up to the high ground as well. Sunstrike is not going to connect. Push back down low, and Yor will be able to lasso him out of existence. But it is, regardless, still a very fat PA who's about to be done with his Deso after his SNY and Battle Fury.
Yeah, and the distance between the net worth of both carries just keeps getting bigger and bigger. Even the Whisper has gotten for a Mage Slayer here.
Yeah, Mage Slayer, SNY. All 3 cores are going SNY.
Yeah. Well, SNY is basically what you want to build against the Primal Roar and Lasso. Since BKB is not gonna cut it. And well, Free Erosion. I still believe they are not going to end the game from this Aegis. They might need like a couple of more team wipes.
Oh yeah, they have
Yuma gets it.
terrible high ground push. It's absolutely abysmal.
Yeah.
Oh, Schofield getting pushed back, but they can't be chasing for more, and they know the Aegis has just been claimed. Hook shot in onto Wonder Kid. Schofield with a huge catch, and that is Wonder Kid Voker down. Analog chasing for more. Rolling Boulder connects onto UR. They immediately go for T. There's the Dawn ulti coming in on top. T Beastmaster is infested as well. They need to get the Lifestealer out of there because they are losing everyone in the process. And chasing deep, JP will be able to get himself back towards the fountain, most likely. Actually, Analog needs to be careful not to fountain dive. But it is... I mean, they're chasing in after the Batrider, who was trying to cut the creep wave in the meantime. But Yuma he's got the Aegis done. His Battle Fury is being delivered. His BKB is being delivered. Sorry, he did not go for the Deso. And is going to go for the Basher as his next tool. But yeah, 22 minutes, 16k net worth lead. And also the PA being this huge. Not only the PA, Analog and Whisper are right behind him in terms of net worth.
Yeah, which is saying a lot because they don't have like 10 plus kills. Maybe they do. Yeah, well, Analog does have 10 kills, but Yuma is reaching the 20 mark.
The Analog, you know, he's the king of mid Earth Spirit. It's showing time after time. Dude's too good. Even won a tier 1 tournament with it. And Parker had something to do with it as well, but that's beside the point.
Yeah, we didn't mention those. Oh, okay, Arsenty is going to be food.
They are going to get themselves out of there as well. Analog's out of mana. Lasso available for Yor. He doesn't want to use it on Analog because he's just going to die. Yuma's actually a decent target, but Yuma is going to lose his Aegis. And he can't use the BKB. They have Lasso available. Phoenix Head gets used nearby as well. Drag Yuma back. He is going to get stunned up once again. Lifesteal needs to get the right clicks in, but the evasion is king here for Yuma, who's just man fighting, charging in for more. Arsenty is another one down. And it really doesn't matter. 2-man stun by King Jungles with the nice
this is just sad.
Starbreaker on top and Wonder Kid. He's being body blocked by King Jungles to give it to Yuma because they want to keep their safe laner happy. In this case, Yuma with a triple kill. It looked actually like it was going to be really good, but they still had that Dawn ulti available.
Indeed, like it was looking at that was the best possible scenario to kill Yuma. Like having him die, then immediately the Flaming Lasso, the preemptively Supernova, and not. But the damage is just not there. Like even with the Radiance just came way too late in the game. And Yuma is impossible to kill right now. He is almost like the 7k ahead from the Lifestealer, which is like basically 2 items or 1 really big and stupid expensive item.
Yeah, if Lifesteal had MKB, they probably would have killed him, but you know, he's an MKB behind and more.
Indeed.
He's Manta plus MKB behind.
Yeah, the gap is just way too big between carries. So I don't know. Maybe it's just Yuma's time for his power to go out. that might be the play here for fantasy.
Just hope that he pulls a nice little fountain dive, and then dies, and then dies again, and then maybe he dies a 3rd time, and then you have a chance. Because 22k net worth behind Yuma, he's got 22 kills on the PA.
Yeah, he has more kills than the entirety of the fantasy team. And, you know, Heroic has almost 1k net worth ahead per minute. Like, the global GPM for their team is almost 1k.
That's Definitely not
Just-
too shabby.
Invisibility.
Just
And
in
Log
terms of
almost come with the
advantage.
Shivas as well, so they have counters for the healing of the Phoenix.
Radiant are scanning for enemies.
And yeah, Whisper has Ags, so now he has the
Oh,
mobility.
Schofield. He's dead. Oh, maybe not.
Run away!
Run away.
Silenced up. He even has his radiance turned off. Dawn ulti on where? Oh, towards
Mid lane.
mid, where they're gonna go in the meantime for Rs and T. So they get two
There are
core
no
kills.
buybacks.
Is under attack.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not that buybacks would have mattered at this stage.
Yeah, indeed. There are no buybacks. There's no light at the end of the tunnel. This is just a slow, painful cook for fantasy.
I do like the fact that even though the game looks so rough, Yor is still trying to cut the creep waves
Yeah.
and be very much obnoxious, dragging them all the way back, delaying the game. Because there's always, like, we're saying there's no chance, but there's always a chance. There's always, DCs or,
Yeah, chances are
Just-
never zero in Dota. I agree.
Lifestealer can still go ham. I don't think it's going to happen, but one
Yeah,
big
well-
mistake, one good team fight, and you drop that net worth advantage to what? 20k? And then you just need 2-3 more good team fights, and then maybe.
And then maybe, yeah. Well, they have to make something happen. They maybe might want to capitalize that Heroic is really confident right now, and they were playing like a couple of seconds ago a little bit scattered around. Maybe getting this pick off on Whisper might brighten their moods.
Oh, this just a second too
Oh.
late as well. Whisper around the corner, they dive in. It does get spotted because, of course, there's fire on the floor.
His top tower is under
Yeah, Analog TPing in. They know they're here. Rolls
They
in,
just
goes
missed
to the
him.
experience room, but Analog actually is going to jump into trouble. Dawn ulti heals him up quite significantly, keeps him going. The evasion is there as well. Wonder Kid Invoker loses life. The roar gets thrown out. Lasso drag onto Analog. They're trying to find at least a single kill here.
Yeah.
Can they kill off Analog? Yes, they can.
Here comes
But
the
the
G's.
rest of the team is very dead, as the only one that gets out is the lifestealer. No G's coming in just yet. They know this is for a spot in Dream League, so they want to keep going until the
and
very
Ju-
end.
that's it. And Juma gets the Aghanim shot because of course he does.
Wait, what?
Yes.
Oh, they already stole the enemies. I get. Wait, Donna has his. Her spirit has.
is about to
Her
take
spirit
It,
has.
it,
his.
it, it was between Snapfire and Juma got it.
It's baffling to me that the Air Spirit has it. That Analog bought it. That's weird. Unless Schofield bought his, which might be the case. I don't know. Who got the first one?
That's a good question. I no idea. Oh, well, amplify damage ruin for Yuma.
Yeah, he's just waiting for a bottle delivery service. Actually, Analog doesn't have bottle. Or, oh no, wait, he gave the bottle on the
No.
courier to Yuma. Never mind, Yuma's got the amplified damage bottled up.
Yeah, JP dies for free.
Oh, Orchid.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Yep,
attack.
no Manta just yet. I'm losing track of everyone dying on the map because it happens too much. Oh, RSNT actually has drums of Slam now.
Radiant are scanning for
He sold his.
He sold. Yeah, he said no. I need to push. I need to delay the game. This is not a fast-paced game.
Yeah, but wouldn't you use the Helm of the Dominator creep to pull the lanes and stuff?
I mean, if
there is tranquility in
I guess you're right, but if the PA finds it, it's just going to one-shot it.
Yeah, but it means that the PA needs to chase after the creep, and that's kind of the plus. trying to drag him away from your base to extend. Your does have Blink Lasso now, though. And without the Aegis, which they can, of course, get because Roche is up, they might be able to kill off that. Yeah, never mind, he's got Satanic. And MKB. He got Satanic and MKB in the same time Lifestealer got his Yasha and died him. That really shows the difference here in terms of farm.
Well, PA has literally double the Lifestealer's net worth. Like,
A lasso drag. Take Whisper back. Dawn does have his ulti in case it's needed, but Wonderkid gets blown up by Yuma with that amplify. JP has no rage, no infest, no chance.
yeah, 2.6k crits coming out from Juma.
Hook shot in towards mid, catch the Phoenix as well. Gonna get bounced around a little bit. Sexa on the Phoenix. Will not be able to disengage. Will pop his egg, but it won't even be able to keep himself alive that way.
Well, this game just went as we thought the first game was going to go. It's a little bit sadder, having into consideration that the last game was really, even. But I believe it was, Yuma just got too many double kills in a row at the beginning of the game. And they also started with three kills ahead, even before the creep spawned. So
yeah, this game lost control. It was already really hard from the lane, starting the laning stage. Even though they did recover nicely at one point, but then they just kept on feeding the bottom lane. RSNT is dragging them all the way back towards their own tier 2 tower. So it's making sure that they're not finishing the game right now. Speaking of which, Yuma with the BKB pop going for a fight against JP, but JP needs to infest. Give me a target. Gets inside the Phoenix to stay alive, and Yuma walks it off. He's going Rapier. That's a chance.
Yeah, I mean, if you manage to kill him, you get a rapier, and then you just have to survive, because you may have the damage, but you're dead to two hits from the Phantom Assassin.
Oh yeah, and also Rapier doesn't give you that true strike anymore. Sadness. Oh, hook shot in. Schofield heals himself up, stays alive. Yuma's gonna jump in. JP, no infest this time around. Gonna get slowed down. Double kill for Analog. Make that a triple kill for Analog.
And there goes
GG
the
gets
G's.
called. And Heroic in game 2 make it look a lot easier than game 1.
Yeah, indeed. Still, I think huge props to Fantasy, because that Bad Rider deserved a little bit more. And, well, maybe the